Heyo Stoic Here. Hey, welcome to the Epoch. Yes, we're back. And last episode, we spent a lot of time in the Nether getting a whole bunch of ancient debris. And, well, I didn't think it was enough. So I bought another shulker's worth of TNT. And now I've got my own ancient debris tower. Yeah. That's about 7 stacks of ancient debris. And I don't really need it. Well, I gotta piece my new armor together still. But anyways, I'm gonna be using this for our April community event. You're probably asking, what's that event? And yes, I've got this big road over here, and we're gonna have a big set of modern buildings that are gonna go in here. I'm gonna try to provide as much of the material as possible to help get people involved with it. And we got a little portal over here. So yeah, that's gonna be the big payout. I'm gonna be giving away lots and lots of netherite ingots. Yes, those are the prizes. It's time to up this game. Yes, I don't even have it, but everyone else does. And we did have this big ancient city fight with some withers. And boy, that was just nuts. That was pretty crazy. Anyways, I've got my street in place. All the lights are in place as well. But one thing I am missing is I'm asking them to build some buildings out here. And they will be pretty big. I think they're going to be like at least 20 by 20, and you have to be at least 30 blocks tall. Those are kind of the minimum requirements, and I might add one more as well. But some areas don't really cater towards a big building. Like this area over here is pretty flat, but this area over here is not. So what I'm going to plan on doing is getting some beacons, and I have plenty of goodies for that. I've got the skulls, I've got the soul sand, and I actually have a wither killer. Yeah, all of that ancient debris mining uncovered a beautiful wither killer. So let's go to the Nether and check it out. So I wanted to give a shout out to LOL Lags and their comment for how I approached my ancient debris mining. I had spammed all my D&D right next to each other so that it would have really big impact in the Nether, and they suggested that I just go ahead and put one every 5 blocks, and guess what? It made a huge difference. So here's an example. So this is one of the hallways that I did with PJ, and it's pretty crazy. It's deep and wide and all this stuff, but if you come over this direction, I went ahead and just did every 5 blocks, and it lasted so much longer. I have so many tunnels, and so that means I was able to cover a much larger square footage in the Nether, which allowed me to get 3 times as much ancient debris as I did when I was just placing them all together. So thank you, LOL Lags. Super pumped about the comment. That really helps me out. So let's see here. We have a natural wither killer in here somewhere. Where'd it go? I know it's around here somewhere. Nope. Maybe it's over the next ridge. I can find it. I know it's around here. All right, after a little bit of searching, I found it again. It was right here, and it's hard to see and kind of understand what's happening, but I have a natural wither killer, and this plus sign right here, it's kind of hard. Let me grab some other blocks here just so we can see what's happening. And in fact, I actually found 2, but there is a plus sign here in the bedrock, just like that, where it's totally bedrock all the way down, and that's where we want to trap a wither. The only really good way to do that is if you have these 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open for you to place blocks. So it's pretty rare to find, and we found one. And the trick here is that, let's see, which way is north? North is that way because that's negative Z direction. And so this is on the west side of it. So again, those 6 blocks have to be available for us to place in our wither. And then when it spawns in, it makes its way to the east and gets trapped right in here. So I've got a whole video on that. I'll put a link in the description for it on how to kill the wither in the Nether, in the bedrock. You can do this in the overworld as well, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting some beacons ready for us. I'm going to set up shop right over here. And I'll get these things out. All right, so I had to go grab some soul sand, and because I didn't realize how many of these skulls that I had. But we're going to find our cross. 1, 2, this plus sign right here. Put in a block in that location. We're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4 upside down. Yes, upside down. And then we can put in our skull. So 1, 2. And we got to make sure we get to the last one. We can find our way in here. And moment of truth. I might be in a wither fight here shortly, but goes right into this trap. It is trapped. It's not going anywhere, but it'll still explode. So I need to get out of the way and just kind of let it do its thing. So I got lots of wither fights happening. Wither Wars is very active right now, and I've got some other withers to take care of in the background. So I'm going to take these remaining skeleton skulls and just knock out all of these withers, and then I'll have a whole bunch of beacons for the event coming up in April for our community. So yeah, I might just burn right through this. See you then. Got a little rose out of that. There we go. So I've got 5 nether stars now, and it took about 2 minutes and 45 seconds to, I don't know, just knock this thing down, cheese it down, which is pretty good. It's pretty safe and reliable. This thing, there's not a whole lot of setup. So finding this was really awesome. I'm so glad that we did it the really bad way with the TNT, which revealed this thing. So we're pumped about that. So let's go put this stuff to good use. All right, well, I grabbed 2 more stars from my little cache of goodies, and I've got this little storage area down here. So I need, in order to make my beacon the most powerful it can be, I'm going to need to use some of this iron that I've got. So I think it's just over 2.5 stacks per beacon. So I'm going to need a lot, right? A lot. We'll just grab 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. Up. Ran out of space. I got to get rid of some stuff here. Don't need that. How many did I have? A lot? Those cats. Getting in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I got 20, and I don't know if that's enough, but I also need a lot of obsidian, and I think I've got my glass downstairs. So let's go ahead and make these beacons. Well, I'll tell you what, this storage system is just getting out of control. I don't even know what's in most of them most of the time. I got a couple spots where I know is gonna have what I want. So let's see how many beacons can I get. 7 beacons there. I used up all the glass. Put this away. Put some of my obsidian away. And yeah, let's, I'm going to grab that and get rid of this. So a beacon can go 50 blocks in either direction. And we really don't need all of these, but I'll go ahead and put a couple of them in. And I'll probably just put it near here. Yeah, this looks good. So I'll put our first one in and yeah, do a little, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I gotta clear this out, get this first beacon in, and I'd like to try to hide these eventually, but for right now, I just want to get them in to make sure we've got enough coverage for our event that's coming up. And I think it'll make everyone happy. It'll make things go a little smoother, and participation should be a little bit higher as a result. So yeah, if you've never put a beacon in, it's a big deal. There's a lot happening. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be 9 total. And on that side, and then we'll bring it all the way back in here. So we need a 9x9 base for the first part, which is a lot. It's a lot of blocks. Now you can use emerald blocks, diamond blocks, netherite blocks, gold blocks, and iron. I just happen to have a ton of iron that I can use. So Go ahead and put these in, and then we'll see what the coverage is like here in a bit. Oh, it looks like I miscounted, so let's shave off a little bit here. Let me recount this. I said 9 by 9, but I think I put in much bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I was off a little bit. It looked a little goofy when I was putting it in. Even now it looks a little goofy. I shouldn't have 6. Shouldn't have 6. So what happened? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's because I've got this extra row right here. Okay, yeah. It should be a 9 by 9, and then a 7 by 7, and then a 5 by 5, and then a 3 by 3. We're going to grab this beacon, and don't tell me there's going to be... Okay, good. Our beacon is in, but we have to activate it. So I'm going to grab... You can use a netherite ingot, an emerald. That's always the cheapest. Gold's pretty easy to get to. And iron, if you got an iron farm, that's pretty easy to use. So, like, using those is kind of ridiculous. But you can see from this outline, you know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different layers, which allows me to get a secondary power. So I want haste, and I want haste 2. So I can put that in. Now, what I might do, because I've got so many of these beacons, is I might extend this out and see if we can get, what else can we use? We could get a speed boost in this area so people can run a little bit faster. And maybe that's what we do if we've got enough to go around. So let's see how far we can go. In fact, I could use math too. Let's see here. So if I go that way, it's going to be going in the negative. So I should be able to go to 129 and still have the effect of this beacon. So because we're kind of at an angle, let's check things out. It should start going down instead of repeating. Yep, I'm just out of range. So if I go to 129, 128, 129, it redid it. So yeah, 50 blocks away from our beacon, and you can still get that. So if I go another 129, if I go down to 79 now, that's where our next one is going to want to be. So I'm going to want to be all the way over here. And I'd like to kind of hide it if I can. But I want to be far enough away. So what I could do is just hide it way back here at 60, and then I need to be at 460. So if I just drop a block and go to 460, where does that put us? We do 460, that'll put us kind of back here, away from things. I think it won't interrupt anyone. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig this out a little bit. And if people want to reposition it, they can. But yeah, this should be good. So I'll be back after I get these in, and then we'll put another layer on, I think. Because this is going to cover everything that we're working on. But we will check over in that direction. I'll be right back. All right, it looks like I'm just out of range. I got 2 beacons in, one over there and one buried over in that direction. And I'm going to put in another one now over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig this out. In fact, I might just get in range just to get like 10 seconds of haste. That'd be pretty good. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? It's really far away. It's actually farther than I expected. So I'm going to put in another one, and we're going to see. That should give us enough coverage. In fact, this one should be covering all of this over here, if we can see. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll put this next one in. It's all kind of, I could do the math, but, you know, I'll just feel it out. All right, last one is in. I think we're going to have really good coverage with this. In fact, I've got a couple more. I'll do this up in the background, see if someone wants to build all the way over here. They should be okay. They're just going to be out of range. How much more? I can always add more later. So yeah, maybe I'll just hold on to these beacons just in case we need to add some more in. And yeah, we've got them kind of everywhere. And we should be pretty good with coverage. So yeah, I'm getting excited for this new event coming up. It's going to be in April. I got to type out my whole plan for it for everyone else. But I'm hoping to have a nice big populated city over yonder over the next month and get some people involved with the server. But yeah, thanks for joining me on the Epoch, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.